2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, the 7th of June, and it's Chocolate Ice Cream Day. And a big happy birthday to Tom Jones, Damien Hirst, Bear Grylls, and Liam Neeson. The booing at this week's Platinum Jubilee celebrations turned out to be a warning sign for Prime Minister Boris Johnson. First thing Monday morning, Chairman of the 1922 Committee, Sir Graham Brady, had an announcement.
The threshold of 15% of the Parliamentary Party seeking a vote of confidence in the Prime Minister has been passed. Therefore, a vote of confidence will take place within the rules of the 1922 Committee.
The vote of confidence was scheduled for Monday evening, with frantic spinning and campaigning throughout the day from the PM's designated spokespeople, principally Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab and the somewhat unpredictable Nadine Dorries. The central argument seemed to be that Boris had gotten almost all of the big calls right, but Minister for Brexit Opportunities Jacob Rees-Mogg was trying to delicately suggest that even a win by one vote would be enough to secure Boris's future. This came after he famously called for Theresa May to resign following a no-confidence vote, which saw her gain a two-thirds majority. That, however, was a mistake, as it turns out.
You called for her to resign.
I did, and everyone said to me that I was wrong. A former Chief Whip said to me that in all the campaign I'd had at that period, that was my greatest mistake, because in a democracy, one is enough. And so I learned from my mistakes.
The day didn't get any better when Boris's anti-corruption star John Penrose himself resigned over Partygate and Boris's reaction to Sue Gray's report.
If you break the ministerial code in a material way, it's expected that you'll resign. It's the first time he'd responded on that basis, and I'm afraid it left far too many questions unanswered.
Boris addressed Tory party members at 4 p.m. in a 1922 committee meeting. Then a secret ballot was held between 6 and 8 p.m. Theresa May arrived to cast her vote in a ball gown. Not a premature celebration, rather a stop on the way to a Jubilee event. Shortly after 9 p.m, Sir Graham Brady announced the results.
The vote in favour of having confidence in Boris Johnson as leader was 211 votes, and the vote against was 148 votes. And therefore, I can announce that the Parliamentary Party does have confidence.
While Boris may have survived with 211 votes, there were 148 votes against him. That's 40% of the party, which may signal the beginning of the end. He, however, was very keen to draw that famous line under the matter.
I've got many more MPs supporting me now than I did in 2019. I'm happy with that. We're going to bash on. We have a huge agenda and we're going to get it done.
Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer says the Tory MPs who supported Boris have made a mistake as the public has run out of patience.
The British public are fed up with a Prime Minister who promises big but never delivers. Fed up with a Prime Minister who's presided over a culture of lies and law-breaking at the heart of government. The Conservative Party now believes that the British public have no right to expect honest politicians.
Ukrainian President Zelensky has described the city of Severodonetsk and Lysychansk as dead cities after weeks of Russian shelling. The battle for Severodonetsk is continuing with street-to-street fighting, and Zelensky, who visited the front lines on Sunday, says that Ukrainian forces are still holding on and have every chance of fighting back. He says Russia set out to destroy as much of Ukraine as possible.
Russia is deliberately and systematically destroying Ukraine's cultural and historical heritage, as well as social infrastructure, housing, and everything necessary for normal life.
2 more Russian generals were reported killed on Monday, and Ukraine claims to have pushed Russian ships back from the Black Sea coast since the arrival of anti-ship missiles, but they continue to call for more long-range artillery to help win the land war. Military expert Patrick Denham-Croswell explains why systems like the UK's M270 long-distance rocket launchers are so important.
It can reach out 70, 80 kilometres and hit a target very accurately indeed.
Monday saw the Apple developers event, the snappily titled WWDC22, take place online, with a new focus on messaging, perhaps in a response to the growth of WhatsApp. They've made several new tweaks which will probably make your personal life just a little bit easier.
Now you can edit any message you just sent, so embarrassing typos can be a thing of the past. Second, have you ever wished you'd never sent that message at all? Well, good news. Now you have undo send, so you can immediately recall a recent misfire.
There's a new MacBook Air and loads of software updates, including a new version of macOS called Ventura, which has a new way to organise your desktop called Stage Manager.
macOS Ventura enriches so many of the ways we use our Macs. So let's jump in.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Love Island's back like the ex you swore you'd never speak to again, and there's a new dark thriller on the way. Right after this. Welcome back.
Tonight sees England face Germany in Munich as part of the slightly confusing Nations League. There are already concerns about potential crowd trouble as large numbers of fans without tickets appear to have travelled. England manager Gareth Southgate, however, is looking forward to it.
This will without doubt be a brilliant test of what we're about and where we're at this particular moment in time.
It's that time of year again when the lads, lasses and false eyelashes of Love Island make their annual summer appearance. Be prepared to learn a whole new set of phrases from the people who brought us the ick, doing bits, and of course it is what it is. This year most of the clothing is pre-loved, but presumably our contestants are at least fresh-faced. Laura Whitmore introduces the season's first twist.
Things are a little different this year. For the first time ever, we asked the public to play Cupid and picked the boy they thought you should couple up with. No. I can't wait any longer.
Just in case you hadn't noted it in your calendar, this week is Geeked Week on Netflix. That means a ton of brand new shows, teasers and trailers. First out of the blocks is a show from the creators of German time-travelling conspiracy series Dark. This time Baron Bo Odar and Jante Fries have turned their attention to a migrant ship on the way from London to New York when things get a bit weird. It's called 1899 and it's due to hit Netflix this autumn.
I am Moira Franklin. Today is October 19th, 1899.
Why do you think they're all here?
They're all running away from something. Why else would someone want to go somewhere different?
This has been the Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Written, produced and published by Daft Doris.